This is the next episode of Wellness in Woodford. What to know about floods before, during, and after, or I should say planning for floods.
For sure.
And we're dealing with that right now, so I figured that this would be a good time to talk about that.
Absolutely.
The best thing to do is to have a plan. I know we've seen a lot of folks down by the river that, I know of people that were, sleeping and someone knocked on their door. It was the fire department with a boat. Come on, you.
Wow.
Yeah. They never expected it to affect certain homes and areas like it has.
Yeah, I think, was it 78? I think it got close to beating that. I mean, in that case, and that makes me think the people by the river, they probably do have a plan, but this was affecting people that didn't even think it would, reach them.
So, and that's the thing, when things like that happen, you don't expect them. And so, having, a go bag,
for sure,
grab bag, if you've
Drew
got
Chandler
kids,
loves the emergency plan. Yes,
emergency
we've had him on before, and he's talked about that.
Well, I think now would be a good time to introduce our guest on here today. I should say guest. He's a co-host.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, he's our environmental director here at the health department.
Awesome.
And I'm also an environmentalist, but now he does all work.
He's a specialist.
Barrett Schoeck. And he is a certified lead risk assessor, registered sanitarian. Need I say more?
It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife for environmental work.
That's good to have, man.
You go.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Good to thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Absolutely. Actually, we should have prefaced it a little bit with Cassie Prather, director of the
Yes, sorry. It's me again, Cassie
It's
Prather.
me.
Yes.
And obviously I'm Corey with Chamber, and then What's Up Woodford. We're on the What's Up Woodford network, and we're very, very happy to have, especially during these times, we need all the information we can get. Mr. Barrett. Barrett, what do you got for us, man? Tell us a little bit about how to prepare and all that good stuff.
Well, Cassie already mentioned, having a go bag,
yes,
which is, basically just basic supplies. It doesn't have to be just a bag. It's just having supplies at your home or in your car to get you through really the first 72 hours is the main hazard.
So top of my head, I'm thinking some water, like a flashlight.
Flashlights, extra batteries, if you have medications.
Right. For me, it'd be dude wipes.
The essentials.
Yes, the essentials. But so that maybe some kind of solar powered radio, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah.
Backup batteries if you had a radio that ran on batteries, or
right.
if you don't have like a hand crank.
Oh, right.
Something to think about. Cell phones, of course. If your car's flooded and you no longer have power there, a way to charge your cell phone, that's always very important.
Yeah.
And just, thinking of the supplies and different things you might need just to get through those first 72 hours. Just
crucial.
Save yourself some time.
Okay.
Until the fire department is there to rescue you.
Yep.
Right.
Or some of the other agencies involved.
And kind of like we're seeing here, a lot of, your emergency services come together, and within that 72-hour mark, they've got other food.
Right. Gives them time to prepare, right?
Yeah. So it takes a while to stand up those types of operations. And, if you're prepared and you have something to take with you, that will sustain you until other agencies can pitch in.
Kudos to the judge and to Drew Chandler, man. They've been in front of the camera a whole lot with information. So
yes,
I've caught some of that, and that's crucial.
Yes. And so what we've been dealing with here, we've had folks calling in asking about tetanus shots. So that's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about today is if you So normally you have a tetanus shot once every 10 years. And that's if you have no injury, no, contact with floodwaters or anything like that.
Okay.
A lot of times pregnant women will get them because it's a combination vaccine, tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis.
Okay.
So pertussis is also known as whooping cough.
We've mentioned before. Yes.
Yep. So it's a combo and doesn't hurt, if you get, more than one in that 10-year period. So if you've come into contact with floodwaters, definitely would encourage you to get
that's funny.
a booster.
So and this is just my ignorance, but this is why I guess I'm on the show, because I am a layman. I would not associate tetanus with floodwater for some reason. Correct me. I feel like it's like rusty metal. Like if I get cut, which for some reason, the word lockjaw, you know what I mean?
That's actually one of the symptoms.
Okay.
Is like your facial muscles can actually tighten.
Okay.
So that you can't open your mouth. There's almost like a muscular component. You can actually have problems in your back too, but yes, that's actually like headache, fever. Okay. Yes,
I'm tracking.
I'm glad you made that connection because I wasn't going to talk about the symptoms, but yes, that can be one of the symptoms.
So floodwater.
In floodwater, you got to think of all the things that are in floodwater.
For sure. Okay.
Sewage.
Right.
Is the number one. Any kind of bacteria, virus. I mean, like just all the things.
Okay.
What else? Sharp objects.
If you get a cut and you're in the floodwaters.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on underneath the surface of that water?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yes.
Clean up building components, and you do hit rusty nail.
Right.
Yeah. You've got,
Man,
think of all the things that are in people's garages.
For sure.
That's floating around in the water,
That's right.
Fuel, things that were, soaked into the street. I mean, those things are going to be in flood water.
Especially if things are, flooding up through the sewer. And, that's interesting. It's not something, I wonder if people obviously in the moment are like, oh my gosh, my house. Oh my gosh, I got to get out. And I can see where this could be a second thought. Like, it's like, I didn't realize, like I was so worried about this. I didn't realize that I need a tetanus shot if I'm in this flood water. I mean, that's kind of seems like it's a good thing to bring up, I think, just because it also needs to be up there in the forefront.
Well, we're going to try to kind of divide and conquer. We've already requested through EOC, which is
Kentucky, Emergency Operations Center, Kentucky Department of Public Health. And I got that email that they should be arriving tomorrow.
Oh,
did you see that? Yeah.
I didn't get that yet. So as soon as those arrive, we'll set up where they're giving out water or some other place where people that have been affected by the flood may already be.
So they're gonna go remote with it. They're gonna go out.
Yes, we'll be in the mobile unit. We'll give people a chance to come here if they need it.
Right.
And then we'll order more if we need it. I remember the last time we had a much less serious flood, and we took some tetanus shots out. We had a couple first responders that received that, but I don't think it was very many.
Oh, well, yeah, geez. That would almost be like a, like on an airplane, like put your mask on before.
Right.
So, I mean, that makes sense for them to get it, first. And okay. All right.
Yes.
I'm tracking.
And they should already, be up to date on things like that. But just in case, like I said, it's not going to hurt you to have another boost of that. So, making sure that our first responders and then the people that were directly affected by the flood can get that vaccine, prevent developing tetanus, and then, whatever else they may need. We have other services that we offer in our mobile unit. And so hopefully we'll be able to serve as many people.
Oh, for sure.
That need served.
And then those locations are where you're going to be. Obviously, I'm sure you can go to Facebook, Health Department.
Yes.
And obviously the same thing we say every episode or every show.
Yes.
You can always contact through Messenger.
Absolutely.
And get information there as well.
Yep. As soon as we have I'll call it like a mobilization plan for the tetanus vaccine.
Okay.
We'll communicate that probably through. It's not ReadyOp, but it's through Drew, right? Drew.
Well, Drew can push that out on his
emergency management.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
The 911 app.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, dude! Woodford Alerts
Yes.
fantastic. By the way, and they're not paying us or anything to throw it out there.
No,
but,
it's great.
I got on it early on. It's not only for weather, but for school, for all sorts of things. It's fantastic. So
yes,
they've done a really good job with that.
We've gotten calls too. I don't know if you've gotten any calls, but I've gotten calls from private schools. Hey, should we open?
Interesting.
And I said, this was before when they had to shut the water treatment facility down.
Right.
And I my advice was no, just to preserve as much water and conserve as much water as possible.
Exactly.
And then as soon as we got the word from, actually I was on Laura Dake's Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
I sent the screenshot to the principal. Hey, you're good to go. Open back up. We don't want people to be closed, but we want people to be safe, and we don't want the town to run out of water, clean water.
Right.
So those are just the types of things that we deal with and see during the flood. But I'm sure that there are going to be the after effects of flood, and one of those is mold.
Okay, see, that's what I'm... Okay, yes. This is what I was wondering, like the after effects probably is... I mean, obviously there's tetanus, but this is where you guys really come in to make sure everything is healthy. I mean, after the flood like that, I can't imagine.
So it's going to be one thing. So we don't regulate residential homes or anything like that.
Okay.
If it's commercial, we do. But we always are here to give advice and direction. So Barrett's probably going to be the one to take a lot of those calls.
Right. He's ready. I can see
he's
it.
ready.
I've got the mold pamphlets and PDFs I'm ready to send out.
Ready to go.
So, a lot of times with mold, it's getting everything cleaned up, dried up as best you can, and then wiping things down with a bleach and water mixture. Don't use straight bleach.
I've made a couple mistakes in the past with straight bleach on certain household items. And
yes.
It's strong stuff.
Had to sleep on the couch that I bleached. No, I'm joking.
Well, my husband actually put it in the carpet cleaner.
How do your carpets look now?
Well, they're streaky.
They're white.
Streaky.
They look great.
Yeah.
They look crunchy.
Exactly. So don't do that.
Yes.
But, yes, a little bit of bleach, a cap full of bleach to like a garden sprayer. Would be sufficient.
Yeah. And I'll just throw this out there that we do follow the EPA's recommendations on all of that. So
and all that's probably on that literature. For sure.
It's all documented.
Rock on. Easy peasy.
And then is there still a list of people on the state's website that are like certified
for indoor air quality consultants? So some of them can do, have a moisture meter. They can do testing for drywall and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
They can come out and do air sampling if you're concerned about that. Yep. A lot of questions I get are people call and they're concerned that when I'm doing air quotes, the black...
You can't see it.
You can't see it.
We're doing it, I promise.
That's the black mold. Well, to my knowledge, we've never had black mold in Kentucky. It happens in humid environments of the South after hurricanes and things like that. So I don't want to not tell you not to protect yourself, personal protective equipment and things like that. But we do have guidance on that as well.
Okay.
So protect yourself from your environment. That's what our main concern is.
But like all mold looks black, right?
Some molds are green. Some look black, but they're actually considered green molds.
Okay.
So even if it looks black, it's not.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
It's not the deadly black mold.
Because you just go there,
That's crazy. So because I'm a real estate agent, obviously everybody's worried about leaks and black mold, but you're saying there hasn't been like a case of black mold in Kentucky?
Not the black mold, and I don't know the scientific name for that.
Okay.
For that type of mold, but
The one that everybody, okay, because we have homeowners or renters that call, and I feel like it's all black mold to them.
Yes, because it looks black.
Right.
It does.
And they're, saying that they're suffering from respiratory symptoms and headaches and all these things. And I don't know if it's necessarily what.
Like a placebo almost effect?
Right.
Like
sometimes.
A lot of times. And, a wash rag and, again, water, mixture of bleach, wiping that down.
Does the trick.
Paint over it.
Okay.
Will go
and then
a
monitor
long
to
way.
make sure it doesn't. So yeah,
because the water's getting in there somehow.
typically you've got a moisture problem. Roof leaks, gutters, sinks are backed up or leaking underneath. Bathrooms notorious for mold, of course. So yeah, you want to spray that with a bleach solution, wipe it down, and then really just monitor to make sure it doesn't come back. Yep. If it comes back, that means there's a larger problem. Building components or something might need to be replaced or fixed or
So there's going to be some investigation. Like
Right.
you're going to have to bust some stuff up to go
Yes.
look for what's going on. Yeah.
You brought up another really good point about the gutter situation, because another thing we're going to start hearing and thinking about is insect issues, specifically those that can carry communicable diseases, mosquitoes.
Yes.
The water, I think is the most that will affect you the most is really the water you can't see, and it's caught up in your gutter.
Standing
you don't
water
know.
that you don't like under your deck, and
Yep.
for sure. And he's like, where are these guys coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah, so mosquitoes can breed in a bottle cap, basically. A small amount of water can breed a lot of mosquitoes.
Insane.
Doesn't take much.
So, survey your yard. The health department will come out and do surveys sometimes. Sometimes I'll see something that you're used to looking at and don't realize, that could be a hazard.
Exactly.
Toy, like you said, underneath decks, if you have some puddling. Gutters, of course. We've got children's toys, trash in general.
I had a tarp under there that had some standing water in it that I'm like, ew.
Oh.
You can see the little squiggly guys in there.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Oh,
That's exactly what they look like, too.
And so
Give me chills.
So to fix that problem, you just either eliminate that tarp, or if you have like a bird bath, you just dump out that bird bath and
Flip it over.
keep fresher water in it. Yep.
Exactly. Sheesh. I have a pond in my backyard, but I've also got fish and frogs in there. So
they're eating the larvae anyway.
Yeah, we're good on that. But man, yeah, that's interesting, because that is definitely something that I could see happening. Post flood.
Yeah, because you're going to have a lot of people that have extra water and they're focused on inside their home and getting that fixed.
Well, yeah.
And then with mosquitoes, I know we always want to blame our neighbors for things, but mostly it's you. I know in my case, it's me. It's me. I'm the problem.
It's user error for me 9 times out of 10. I'm going to be the first one to throw myself under the bus on that. It's like, I always make sure it's like, okay, this is not working. Probably me, but let's check, right?
Check first.
But that's something the health department can assist with as well. As I can look at your house, we can come out, survey, and then knock on some doors.
It's a phone call away, right?
Neighbors'
or a message away,
and we can help out that way, make sure the whole community is safe, not just individual properties.
So Barrett, you'll go out on site.
I will,
and you'll check. That's great. Like, that is a amazing service, and I'm glad people know about now if they didn't.
Exactly.
For sure.
So we do lots of things here.
You guys,
We really
it never
do a
ceases
lot.
to amaze me. Every time I get on this podcast, I feel like I learn something more and more things that you all actually do that the first thing I think was the, oh my gosh, it was you did something with a grave, with the
Disinterment.
That was the most wild thing I never would have thought about that.
Yeah, the disinterment permits if you're going to move a body, or to another grave site.
Correct.
Then you got to document that through us, and you wouldn't think that people do that a lot, but they do.
Sure.
Maybe you bought your grave spot by your wife, and you've been divorced 30 years and she's been gone. You may have another family, or you may have a parent that you need to move, and you want to be with the rest of your family. I mean, I can see how that would be a thing.
Yeah. So I'm always amazed on all the things that you all You all do. It's amazing.
Well, I'm trying to think of anything mosquito related that I think we've covered everything. So, if anybody has any questions, always call us.
Yes.
Message us on Facebook. And we're really happy that folks are tuning in to check out what's next on Wellness in Woodford.
Absolutely.
Woodford Wellness. Whichever way you want to say it.
Whichever way you want to say it.
Yes.
But in this post, when we release this, have your information on there, Barrett? That way people can contact you.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Actually, if we can provide an email, is that possible?
That's awesome.
That'd be the
That's
best.
even better.
Mhm.
Yes.
Let's put it on there. So, yeah, I think we've done it. I feel good about it. You guys feel good about it?
We do.
Mr. Barrett, I appreciate you.
He didn't kill me.
No,
Yeah.
we're good. We're good. All right, Miss Cassie, are we out?
Signing off. Till
Signing off.
next month.
See y'all.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye-bye.